Hello, welcome back to Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Tony T. It's now time for our WNBA 4-pack here for Ramon Scott. You can find us pre and plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. We're doing great work here over the last 30 days in baseball, WNBA, soccer up there. Ready to talk this 4-pack from WNBA as we're now in Commissioner's Cup. They're playing for the money. Ramon, what's happening?
Yeah, the money means a little something more in this league, Tony. So these games do get a little bit more attention. It'll be basically over the next couple of weeks. You play teams in your conference, the five other teams in a 3-2. It's a little bit of a mixed format. Some of the teams get three home games, but no big deal. And then the winners meet at the end. The best records in the conference meet at the team, the home the team with the best record gets the home game. You know what I'm saying, Tony? And they compete for $500,000 in that prize pool. So it means a little bit for these teams. It got underway last night, and all these games count today as well.
Absolutely. So here we go. We start here 3 Eastern time. Sun and the Dream head to head here. We see Connecticut 3.5 point favorites on the road. Total sits about 159.5.
Yeah, and quietly, Connecticut undefeated here at this point. But we've talked about some of the factors involved with these teams, and they're laying big points. They're 2-5 against the spread, 1-5 in their last 6, but franchise best 7-0 start here. The number one scoring team or the number one defensive team are the Sun at this point. Interestingly, in those 7 wins, Tony, just 5 wins have been by single digits. I don't think that's a terrible stat or anything, but they're not blowing teams out. That's why they're 2-5 against the spread. So going up against Atlanta, who's done a pretty nice job quietly, 4-2 here. 3-3 against the spread. They've won 2 straight, including 78-74 over Las Vegas at home on Friday. They've got a top 5 defense right now with Atlanta. Still, Tony, Connecticut has dominated this series. Atlanta just has 1 win and cover over the last several seasons against the Sun. So I would still expect that to continue here. Maybe the Sun are a little bit under the radar with that spread record. I don't know what's going to stand out more, the 7-0 or the 2-5 against the spread. So interestingly, the Sun, they're more of a team that defends the perimeter well and not inside well, but we'll see how that affects them with Atlanta. I would still think they could hold down Howard here and Alicia Gray. The Dream are just 3-8 against the spread off of a straight up and spread win dating back to last year. So I'm going to lay the points here with the Sun. It's a small enough number for me, even though it's on the road here. Let's take Connecticut and lay the points.
All right, well, Scott, click the link below for us. Best bets, Sun and Dream. The pick will be the Sun, laying the 3.5. All right, guys, be sure to use that promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all of Ramon's best bets. All right, let's continue here on our 4-pack here from WNBA as we get ready here for the next game on the board. Sparks and Mercury here. We see the Mercury 4.5, the total 164.
Yeah, Mercury a little bit enigmatic. 3-5, 4-4 against the spread. They've lost 4 straight, and 3 of those by 15 or more points. So I think I'm on the record as being down on the Mercury here, but just when I started to upgrade them a little bit, they went into a tailspin. They lost to Minnesota 95-71. It was their 3rd game in 4 days, but they just seem pretty bad defensively right now. Feels like they're the worst team in the league defensively. So I would think Hamby can have a big game here the way she's going. This one could be maybe a high-scoring game, that way that Phoenix defense is right now. Sparks are missing Clarendon here. She's out. In this one, LA just 2-5, 2-4-1 against the spread. So Phoenix better numbers overall here. LA lost to Chicago on Tuesday, 83-73. They've lost 3 of 4, but they have not lost those games by very many points. So I think getting enough points here, maybe in this one, Tony, a plus 4.5 or so. Rebecca Allen still maybe a game time decision now here in this one for Phoenix. I'm going to take the points with the Sparks, maybe even sprinkle some money line here. Phoenix 0-8 against the spread in their last 8 games dating back to last season against sub 500 opposition. So I don't think they should probably be favored here. This one probably comes down to a bucket. I'll take the Sparks.
All right, Ramon Scott, click the link below for his premium picks. Sparks and Mercury. Pick here will be the Sparks here at plus 4.5. Be sure to use that promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all Ramon's premium pick packages. Let's continue here on our. All right, here we 1, 2, 3. Here we go. All right, next up, Fever and Liberty here. We have Liberty lane 15, the total 167.
Yeah, it was a Fever that got the jump on everybody, Tony. Maybe the money is what they're interested in here. So, first Commissioner's Cup game was that big matchup on Saturday, that nationally televised matchup featuring the rookies. And, well, Indiana got that win. So, great job, Fever. Got me there, no doubt. But it did feel like, especially with that late move, Tony, they were a 3-point dog, ended up maybe even a 1-point favorite in that game against the Sky. And we saw them do just a terrific job. It felt like they were due against another fellow young team, and Fever got the win. So that was just today. And how will they do here just a few hours away in this back-to-back here tonight? Off of the one win, though, give them credit for that here in the Commissioner's Cup. For Indiana and the Liberty, third meeting already of the season between these two teams. Liberty won 102-66, remember, in that high-profile opener blowout. Fever did cover 91-80 in the second meeting. Indiana won 71-70 over Chicago on Saturday. For New York, it was a 90-79 win over Washington on Friday, their last matchup. So Liberty's won 8 straight meetings between these two teams. Obviously, Fever have undergone a little bit of new lineup, new team here at this point, but still, this has been a tough matchup for the Fever, and I would just say coming in here off of a back-to-back, missing a couple of role players as they were yesterday as well. This has been a high-scoring series. That's what the Fever does right now. Hey, you better, if you can't play any defense, you better be able to score, but even before Clark's arrival, this series was a dead over, Tony. 8 of the last 9 meetings here in New York have gone over. 6 of the last 7 between these two teams have gone over. New York, they're pretty good defensively in the front court. I often complain about their back court, but I don't think it matters here. Stewart should have a big game. Courtney Vandersloot, I think she might miss this game. I don't think it is going to matter. Liberty often goes over against the weaker competition here, and Indiana's gone over in 6 of 8 this season. So I'm going to go over here. Figure the Fever probably had a pretty good trip here to come to this game after their win on Saturday.
All right, Mo Scott, click the link below for his best bets, Fever and Liberty. The pick here will be over total of 166.5. All right, we'll continue here on our WNBA 4-pack. Just a reminder, guys, use that promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all Ramon's best bets. All right, let's continue here on our WNBA 4-pack as we get ready here for the next game on the board. We got Wings and Lynx. We see the Lynx here at 7.5 with a total of 164.
Yeah, this one's always been a tough trip for the Wings. They're playing pretty well right now, but the Lynx certainly at this point are the team that maybe is most under the radar out of the quality teams. I mean, they're in first place in the West, 5-2 overall, 6-1 against the spread. They're off that 24-point victory over the Mercury. Mentioned, Tony, of some of these rookies by name overall so far this season. We've been on the show together, but not Minnesota's number 8 draft pick, but Peely. She came in and scored 20 points in a real breakout performance. She really hadn't been playing too much because Minnesota has such a strong team, but she got her opportunity against the Mercury, and she lit up 20 points. So more firepower for the Lynx, already the best shooting team in the league and a top 3 defensive team. So for Dallas, they still got Arike Ogunbowale averaging 27.5 points so far. It is going to be a tough matchup, I would think, for her against this tough Minnesota team defensively. Maddie Segrist also performing well for Dallas, but the Wings guards, Ogumbo, they'll probably have a subpar game, even though Ogumbawale's been so outstanding. The Wings are just 2-5 here against the spread. Their last 7, 4-9 against the spread. Their last 13 meetings, and that Minnesota team wasn't as good as this one is now. Dallas still pretty good. They've covered 4 straight. 5-1 against the spread, 3-3 record. They lost at Connecticut, 74-72 on Friday. Pretty good team. I'm still going to take the Lynx here to get a sizable victory. The Wings just seem to have trouble at this destination. Still look like a pretty good team to me, Dallas, but I'll take the Lynx here and lay 7.
All right, Ramon Scott here. Click the link below for his premium picks, Wings and Lynx. The pick will be the Lynx, laying the 7. All right, we got you through this 4-pack here from the WNBA Commissioner Cup action. Now it's time to turn our attention over to Tony'sPicks.com here for the Sunday card. Of course, we've got baseball coming up here. 15-game card for Major League Baseball, single on the ice. We've got this 4-game card from WNBA. Coach Ramon doing great work in baseball over the last 30 days, 822 units of profit. Also showing profit WNBA and soccer here over this time period. What do you have going over the site?
Yeah, big Sunday, Tony, of course, with the 4 WNBA games. Probably going to roll with some premiums here. Took one on the chin on Saturday in that big game, but man, our record's good in the WNBA so far. Check out the handicapper leaderboards there. We'll be involved in Major League Baseball on Sunday on a good card, and of course, hockey action for Sunday night. Will we know our teams that are going to the Stanley Cup? We saw on Saturday, of course, Florida Panthers with their win. So big game, Dallas and Edmonton on Sunday night. Check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine. On Sunday, we'll have certainly a package for the games on Sunday. You can use that promo code TonyT at checkout, or why not grab the 3-day, 7-day, 30-day all sports pass? I think 7 days is the one you want right now on a Sunday. Let's get through this week of Major League Baseball action and keep it rolling as we wait for the NBA Finals. We've got a few more days, Tony, to have to wait before we get going. Should be a great Finals. Maybe it is a deserving matchup. So join me over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save that 20% off all premium pick packages and ride with me for another week. See, I'm there on a lot of Tony's leaderboards right now, and probably keep going here this week over at Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right, guys. Got to report to Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. You see the good results here in baseball. 822 units of profit from MLB last 30 days. Also showing profit WNBA over this period. Also in soccer. So no better time to get on board with Ramon. When you click the link in the description, you'll land right here this week and get on board with Ramon's long-term passes. There'll be some best bets individual plays up there as well. Remember, the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is correct to your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. Not so the long-term passes because they're sold at a great discount. So whatever you choose, remember that promo code TonyT at checkout. Save that 20% off. The link in the description will land you right here. All right, guys, be sure to tune in every day here on Tony's Picks YouTube channel, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Morning Steam. Ramon is here with a pick from every game for the major board, as well as some peripherals. It's a chat-driven show, so the folks in the chat are invited to give their picks on the games covered here on the show. For Ramon, I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you later.